Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we have came here with an interesting video of amazing techniques of returning results in Python functions. So basically we have 5 techniques in which we are going to return Python functions in 5 different ways. So let's get started. So in first we are going to create a simple return single value. We are going to return a single value. So first we are going to create a function for adding two numbers. And then in result we are going to add these two numbers a and b, and then we are going to simply return result. And now after returning result, what we are going to do, we are going to simply create a variable in which we are going to call our function add numbers, and in that we'll give two values because we have taken two parameters, and then we are going to print our variable sum result. So this is the first simple single return value in which we are just simply returning a single value. Now in the second we are going to create a function operate numbers in which we are going to take two values a and b, and we are going to perform multiple arithmetic operations like addition, then subtraction, then multiplication. And now here's the interesting part. In the first program you have seen that we can return only one value, but in Python we can return multiple values together. So how we can do it? First, with comma separated values, first we'll write addition because we are storing the addition in addition variable. Then we'll return subtraction, then again comma, and then at last we're going to return multiplication. Now we'll create a variable result tuple. Let me give a space here. Yeah, result tuple, and in that I'm going to call our function operate numbers with two values 8 and 4, and then I'll print it. I'll print the result tuple. Now if you'll see 8 plus 4 12, then 8 minus 4 4, and 8 into 4 32 is the answer. But if you'll notice in the output, we are getting multiple values, but all these three values are inside a tuple. That's why I name my variable result underscore tuple, because when we are returning multiple values all together with the same one return statement, then what happens? The values are returned inside a tuple. So that's why I have named my variable result underscore variable. Now what you can do, when the values are inside a tuple, then we can unpack the tuple also. Now how we will perform the unpacking? We can perform the unpacking like this. We can create variables for separate results like this, and we can assign it to our function. Because we know our function will return three values in a tuple, so we can just simply give, and here we can give the two values, and then we have to print. And we have to print each value together by separating with comma. Remember this thing, you have to separate each value with comma like this. And now you have unpacked the tuple successfully, 12 4 and 32. So the first value is in the tuple format, and then you can unpack the tuple also. So what will happen, each value means these three functions have been stored separately in this each variable. Add, subtract, the subtraction is stored in sub result, and multiplication is stored in multiply mul underscore result. Okay, yeah. Then in the third, how we can return a dictionary. So this is also interesting. So first, for that, you have to create a function get person info. Then we will take two parameters, name and age, and we will create one variable person info. In that, we'll take a dictionary, and in that dictionary, we'll take the first key as name, and we'll store the name parameter over here. Then we'll take the key age followed by the colon, and then we'll store the age variable here. Or you can say this age over here. Okay. Then after that, we will simply return the person info. And then we can create a variable info text in which we are going to call our function, and we have to give names also. So I'll give Python, and age I'll give any random value. Suppose I'm giving 40, and now we have to just print it. So we'll print info text. Okay, so the n is missing here. Yeah. So now, as you can see, we have returned a dictionary successfully. Now, how to return a none? So for returning a none, what we can do, we have to create a function, a simple func with no parameters, and then we're going to print something like this function not return any value. And after that, we're going to store in a variable result, and we'll call our function simple func like this, and we have to just print the result. Now we'll see two values. One, the print is working, and then the second value is none. That none is also getting returned. So this is one of the way to return none. At last, to return early. So there is an interesting program for that to return early. I'll show you. First, we'll define a function divide with two parameters a and b. Then we'll check for a condition that if b equals 0, then do what? Then print that cannot divide by 0. And after that, just simply use the return statement. After that, create a variable result. In that, perform your divide a division b, use the divide operator, and after that, simply return the result. Now again, you can create a variable result, and then you can call the function. Now because we have taken two parameters, we have to give two arguments also, and then you can simply print the result. Now you're getting the value 4. Now when it will work, when at the place of b you'll provide 0, so what will happen? These two lines will work and the rest of the lines will not work. As we know, Python is an interpreted language. It works line by line from the above, from top to bottom. So what happens when the value of b will be 0, means when you'll put 0 at the place at the second argument, what will happen? It will check for this condition, then this condition will satisfy, then this block of codes, the if conditional statements inside block of code will get worked. So this print will work, and then this return will work. So this print will print cannot divide by 0, as you can see here, and then this return, in the return we are not returning anything, so it will return none. And because this condition satisfies, so it will not check for the rest of the codes, and it will return early here only, means return return early over here. And if we'll change this to some other value, suppose 3 or 2, any value, so what will happen? It will check for this condition, then this condition will not satisfy, it will be false, then it will come to this result, it will do the division, and then it will return the result, and then the rest of your code will get performed. So this was how interesting techniques in which you can return the results in Python functions. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next